Alright, we're back. Let's continue with the gameplay. In the last episode, we pretty much just started the game, so let's just go. Our mission is to find a Russian scientist. That is it. So, I'm pretty much gonna cut straight through the bowl. So, only because I don't got time to do the extra stuff to worry about the mamby-pamby fine details of everything. Main idea is to understand the story. So,
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
I'm pretty sure that was the same setup that he used
Snake,
in
your
the first
presence in
Metal Gear
Soviet
Solid,
territory is already a violation of international law.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
If you're wondering what I meant before, I meant the fact that he, like, when he used his binoculars, he zoomed in on the dudes, and he identified the gun, then the grenades. Metal Gear Solid 1, Shadow Moses, he said 5.56ers, pineapples or something, which was like the sling, whatever type of grenade that was. .556ers, I believe, was the bullet type. The NATO rounds, maybe. I'm not a gun expert, so. There's the soldier. And there's the stealth deviancy. This is gonna be awesome. Watch this. For those of you who never played Metal Gear Solid 3 before, this is one of the awesomest parts of it. And get my gun to aim correctly. There we go. Sent them running. I've never crossed that bridge and not fallen off before, so that's an amazing feat in itself. And I scared all 3 away, which is also rare for me. I've usually scared 2, but not 3.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I like how somehow they just had to have video feed to explain where he was. Maybe that's for the game player. Maybe that's for Snake. But you know, then again, he can't see. But at the same time, how then in Metal Gear Solid 1 could he see Liquid having on a wig? I don't know. So maybe he can see through the codec, maybe he can't. I don't know. I really don't.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volkin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
0?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Thinking at the
Colonel
end of the
Volgin of
series
Gruul.
we'll do
You in the
a
West know
wrap
him
up
as Thunderbolt.
of
Thunderbolt.
this section
Never heard of him.
of the Metal Gear lore, and
He's a member
it
of the
will be
Army's
short.
extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of
Won't
the
go
motherland.
into the
Ever since the
extraneous
Cuban Missile
details
Crisis 2 years
of
ago, Khrushchev
the
has been
whole
pursuing a
thing.
policy of peaceful coexistence with the West.
We'll do
Despite
what is
resistance
necessary
and criticism from hawks in the
according to the
army
game.
and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is
that would
rapidly
be a
crumbling
good
away.
Metal Gear Solid game.
A certain group
Something
is
that
plotting to
answered
use this
what
opportunity to
happened to
seize
Kennedy.
power by
Why?
rallying the
Why not?
anti-government forces,
every other game
overthrowing
does it.
Khrushchev, and
It
installing
might as well
Brezhnev and
be,
Kosygin in his place.
you
The
know,
mastermind behind this plot is
might as
Colonel
well be
Volgin of the Gruul. He
Metal
has
Gear.
control over another
And
secret
even
weapons
that,
research
even
facility much
to do
like
what
this
they did
one,
in Black Ops, which was,
OKB-812, known as the Granin Design
spoiler
Bureau,
alert,
and is using it to further
the
his
fact that,
plans.
you know,
But that is not enough to satisfy
Mason,
him.
Alex
Now he's
Mason
plotting to
was the one
seize the
that
secret weapon
pulled the
I
trigger
have been developing here and
on
use it as
Kennedy.
leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the
I don't
test.
care what nobody says.
Then
Black
the
Ops, the
soldiers
first
outside.
one, the storyline was on point.
Exactly.
It was intense.
They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is
By the
that
way,
so?
if you're thinking about
America's
what
truly a
Russian are
frightening
they
country.
talking, then
Having second thoughts.
No.
they're referring to the
I
fact
have no
that
love for
and
this place. Let's
Metal
go.
Gear does this, where it actually treats English is the substitute for the language that they're supposed to be speaking in, because of course
Major,
American
this
audiences
is Snake. Sokolov is safe
can't
with me.
understand
He's doing fine. No
Russian
injuries.
or
Good work, Snake.
whatever.
Now hurry up and
language
get
it is.
Sokolov to the recovery point.
There's a whole video
We'll rendezvous
about
with
it
you
and,
there.
Roger.
regarding the
What about the
campaign,
sentries?
No one spotted me.
on Young Ye's channel.
I see.
So go look
What
that
about
up.
the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time
Snake
ago.
is supposed to
What
be
happened?
multilingual, but
It's probably
because of
just a weak
accident, I
signal.
guess, he
Just
lost
hurry
his
and get Sokolov
multilingual
out of there.
ability, so you will hear your soldiers in there talk, do their native languages. Is his theory, is his analysis. So, just giving credit where credit is due. And I look at this stupid dude every time. I'm like, what is you doing? Like, he coming out. He was like, you gonna get us killed. That's what Snake had that look like. And look at him trying to do his old man kung fu. His tai chi, his twist a nerdy tiger, whatever it is. I'm sorry. It just looked real funny coming from him. That boy don't know nothing about no CQC.
Freeze!
So I'm really informal when doing my videos in gaming.
So this is the legendary boss.
But when I'm doing my live action stuff or my news stuff, I try to be a little bit more professional, I guess. So
We meet at last. You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a GRU soldier doing here? Soldier? He's the Ocelot commander. Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it. Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here. And Ocelot never lets his prey escape. What?
Whew. This dude cold. Remember this dude. This dude cold. He cold. That's a cowboy right there.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
You laugh now,
If you're not the boss,
but you gonna be on your back in like 10 seconds.
then die.
That was about 10. Wasn't it? It might have been less.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
This dude said shoot and he going charging. Like, this all could have been avoided for the GRU operatives. Or not GRU operatives, the Spetsnaz. If they would have just shot him from a distance. This all could have been avoided. Like, the bad guys would have won. Go home. This would have been avoided. In fact, the series, game over. This whole series would have just been for naught. Nothing else would have happened. Bad guys would have... It'd just reshaped Metal Gear history.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart.
Fool.
You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov, too. Apparently, they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Alright, I guess that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. We will continue on the next part, where we catch up to Sokolov, and well, we'll just see where the story goes from here. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.